think we're live. Whoops. There we go. Cameras. Cameras, things, action. Gotta make a new file. Gotta save it in the right spot, because I'm not thinking ahead. This one will be mostly exploratory, I think. Oh, wait. Am I live? It's not clear. It says I'm live. I'm pretty sure I'm live. Okay. Yes. Got the Bladeless fanfic file. No music. Got music now. We'll see if I get copyright struck for that, which would be kind of funny. Okay. So, rough references. We have... Pop these open. This is roughly what he's looking for. So just a fan, some sort of part that goes around it, and an interface to a vacuum hose. This is a CAD model I ripped from online. Seems close enough. Really just, 40mm high cavity entrance, basically, and 200mm diameter interface to those ports. So I'm gonna try and make this as like a... What I'd like it to do is have some sort of gradual entrance to the, or gradual drawing in, so that there's some pretty even pressure draw across all the ports, but we'll see how that goes. I don't think I'll make it go all the way around. Maybe I'll only make it go 2/3 of the way, so it's only covering like some this much of the sweep of the cross section, which I think is pretty doable. Yeah, should be interesting. Let's see how it goes. We'll start off with the... Actually, let's do a context sketch first. So I know that I want basically a 200mm circle over here. Or hang on, no, I did that on the wrong plane. 200mm circle. Come on. That's where I want that. Come to the right plane and say... Right plane, I want my exit over here. And I want it horizontal, and... Let's make a wild guess that we're using 4-inch pipe. So, times 4, give ourselves 4-inch pipe. And it really does not want to give me an edge there. So, what I'll have to do... I'm just going to be a little crafty about this. I'll just use a pierce constraint so that it ends up in the right spot. And then I can constrain to the end of that, even if I can't constrain to the end of the line. Make it... 40 mils seems like about enough standoff. Ooh, actually, that's going to be real close. We'll have to call it the exit to the circle then, but we'll figure that out later. So now I can exit that sketch and use this as... Where's my reference planes? Oh, features. Plane on that. Oops. Nope. Please do... Where's my sketch here? Oh, am I already in the sketch? I might already be in the sketch. Yeah, okay, I was already in the sketch. Dear. I'll make a circle there so that I have some sort of reference. And then bring this guy out with a thin feature and make him like maybe 5 in a wall. Ooh. Maybe I want to shell this after the fact. I think I want to shell this after the fact, so we'll not do a thin feature, we'll just do a regular thick feature. Maybe 2 inches long. Plenty of meat to interface with there for a 4-inch tube. Let's do... What I want is kind of a nice, like, sweep down shape. So let's add... Make this... I make you pierce? That'd be nice. And also, if the plane could not show up, that'd be also nice. Here's kind of what I want. But instead trimming... Well, I probably wanted to trim it flat, I think. And we'll convert the entities there. So you don't keep anything, just trim it away. And then use some extra lines to control sort of what fraction of the range we can cover here. So say, I think 240 is probably about right. It's reasonable. And then it'll give me a nice flat spot for printing down here at the bottom too. So now I can define my minimum close distance. Say extrude. Oh, I think I actually, if I use the midplane, I can tell it, let's do a midplane and say, what was it? I think it was sketch 4 or 5 probably. Let's just take a guess and say D1 at sketch 5. Nope, doesn't exist. Sketch 4 also doesn't exist. Make it 100 for now. And then do a quick, oh, it was sketch 5. Which dimension is that then? Oh, there is no dimension. That's right, because I defined it up in sketch 3. D1 at sketch 3. So we can make this guy come down here, select the feature dimension, which is why it's in blue. Make this equal to D1 at sketch 3. There we go. Now we got a nice even matchup. So now we can come to the side and trim it. I think, right plane? Yeah, right plane. Sketch. Let's do... I think I want it to be kind of smooth, so we'll add a fillet here. Or a round, rather. Make that horizontal. Make sure that that's tangent at both ends, which it is. Define it as, I don't know, 300. Make it nice and round. And add a quick... The reason, actually I should explain this. The reason I will hide both of these sketches, and I should have been hiding those sketches earlier, or rather the reason that I place it off to the side rather than letting it be horizontal, placing it here, it's horizontal by merit of the fact that it's coincident at both ends. I'm not really a huge fan of that because it introduces extra relations where you don't necessarily need them. But if you place it off to the side and then add a horizontal relation, then it is it's less dependent on earlier features. So we'll add that. Make this 20 millimeters is probably about right. Oh, why are you? Ah, it made itself coincident to that line instead of to this point, which is what I wanted. So now I can select all this and say, please mirror, features, extruded cut, through all both. There's a duct. Now I can say shell to the tune of about 3 millimeters. There and there. What? I said 3. What's so difficult about that? What? It's just a tube. Maybe it doesn't like the how close that gets. I can see that. So instead of having it be coincident here, bring it back and say you get to be maybe 20 millimeters. Shell up real quick. There we go. Yeah, something about that curve it did not like. I assume it was because the curve was right up next to it, so. Oh, actually that'll be too small. Let's make this, how did I, it was this feature, so I have to pick that one. 40, rebuild, yeah, there we go, there's a duct. Should probably fillet it first, just for safety's sake. And here's one thing, actually, now that I'm realizing I'm curious about. If I make that coincident, and it complains again in the shell feature, what if I instead just add a huge fillet? Like, well, maybe not huge, maybe just 10 millimeters. Do fillet options, keep surface. Well, let me do that. Well, not. No, keep edge. Or default, I suppose. Hey, check that out. It will play nice. Looks a little unrefined though around the edge, so we will add another quick fillet, and I think maybe the quick options will give me a nice... No, not any nice ones that are going to pick just the edges I want, so we'll have to select tangency to make sure we get the edges we care about. And that'll also tell us if things break. Like it'll, you know, throw alarm bells up. Ooh, and if I put... Oh, I see. I've done these in the wrong order. Preferentially, I'd like the fillet to be up there, and then for the other fillet to come after it. And it just makes for a nicer coming together of those features, I think. There we go. Nice little duct. Yeah, I don't know when this will get printed, but I suppose if I really wanted to, I could make that flat up there and give myself a little more printability. But here's a quick duct from, you know, not much, just some idea of where you want things to end and where you want things to start. I've started doing this more now, actually, is having my starting sort of positional control features really early, and that makes it very easy to just sort of adjust things and drag things around and say, oh, okay, these are the sketches that control the rest of the features. All the other stuff is like making tweaks and modifications to that. So, I think that's it. I really don't. This was just a quick shape that had in my head. It was pretty easy to make. So, now I think this might be a bit of an adhesion challenge, possibly. It's only 17 millimeters wide by 40 millimeters long. Maybe that'll be closer to 45, but I think it probably would be printable. So we'll like bump that up to 50 maybe. Whoops, no, didn't like that. Why didn't I like that, I wonder? Okay, just needed a rebuild. Yeah, sometimes that happens. I will add, let's see, just a little bit of chamfer right here. Not 10 millimeters, certainly, but maybe 3 millimeters. Just because it looks nice. Even though it does make things a little bit trickier to print, we can come back here and fix that by saying, taking the minimum width of the duct up to 20 mils, and then we have way more printable area. Like, I would have no fears about printing something this size. And even with the maximum overhang, which we can check by coming up top view. Yeah, top view. Just give that a quick slice in the top plane. Hide the other irrelevant sketches. Shift C to hide everything. So over here, we get a little bit tighter, but if we come to the top plane, a quick check on our sort of maximum angle. Let me pick that. Our maximum overhang angle in here is 72 degrees. I can quite comfortably print that in PETG, so I would have like zero fears about printing this thing. It would come out quite well. As one piece too. In fact, I think maybe I'll just do that for fun, just to see if I can on my printer. But yeah. Oh, it's also worth testing. Get out of that sketch when nothing's in it. How efficiently, let's see if I make this only 75. Rebuild. Ah, hang on. Ah, I see what happened here. So this boss extrude did not actually get set to be an equation. So it should be, if you do it just through the, if you do it just through this menu, it won't create an equation. You have to go through the double click and get the full equation modifier. So now, V1 add sketch 3. Rebuild. There we go. And now it'll change. So I can come back here and say, hey, I want this to be like 8 inches wide for some stupid reason. And it'll do that. It won't look good, and it probably will not work, but it is doable. I've also realized I presented myself with a bit of an interesting engineering problem because I don't end up with a straight interface all the time. So this should probably be more like 75, even though there's a bit of a band-aid fix. Bring that back down to 4 inches. I'm not guaranteed the full length of that extrude, which is a little annoying. I think there's probably a way around that. Yeah, I think there's a quick way around that. We go back into this sketch and do, let's see, rather than making it touch both those, which it still wants to, come on, don't do that, annoying. You're posting cringe. Don't do cringe, model, please. This, trim that guy out, make these guys equal, make that tangent, merge. Come back up here to the boss and say delete face. What do you mean cannot be patched? Come on now. Alright, trickier than I thought. Let's try an extruded cut. From this face, converting this face, features extruded cut, flip side to cut, up to surface, and up to this surface. Nope, that did not do what I wanted it to do. Flip side to cut, up to surface. Why did it not? Not what I want to happen. The one thing we didn't want to happen. I definitely need to keep the full length of the extrude because I want to know where the end of the interface terminates, not necessarily where anything else ends up. Let's try a move base actually. I've had good results with those in the past. Just using offsets. Flip direction. We do 15. Ah, no, just deletes it that way. But that might also be deletable. No, also, why? No, not even on their own. Show preview, nothing. This is a conundrum. Maybe if I... Yeah, hang on. If I change the order of these, which will mean going into tree view and tweaking some things. Yeah, okay, so let's do... That's gonna delete a lot of things. That's fine. None of those were tricky or complicated to come up with, so it's a bunch of simple extrudes. Show this control sketch again. Back up to... Let's see, who's sketch 5? Ah, that was just the circular extrude. So, sketch 6. Back to basics. Come up top, trim all this out. Let's see. Those are still separate, so I want them to be... I want this to pierce the end of that. So we'll convert it, so we have it as a reference. It's not ideal. Usually I want to go to the other sketch if I can for things that need to be tightly controlled like this, but I could say coincident, now we're good. It no longer has, or no, it does have the height, I think. Should come up to, it didn't, okay. That's pretty easy, D1 is sketch 3. Oops, nope, come on, full menu, thank you. D1 add sketch 3. Now that's rectified. Do I want to do this immediately? I think I do. Let's see, and this one is referencing things that no longer exist, so we'll remove that and replace it and make it the right amount of tangent to the right things again. Okay. And why is it still... Oh, I guess I gotta display relations because something's broken. Yeah, some coincident relations were busted. That's not too difficult to fix though. I'm being lazy by matching it up to that. That's... I don't know. This is a quick concept, so... There we go. Cut extrude, and now, back on this plane, we can say sketch. And even probably, manage equations and fix the one that's busted. Delete, yep. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to this sketch. this sketch 3 that's controlling some other position things. I'm going to say I want in this sketch built in the length of my mounting boss. So now, when I come back to plane 1 and say extruded boss, I draw my circle of whatever size. In fact, I'll make it an equation so that it breaks. I can tell when the reference breaks later. Sketch 3. Say extruded boss. And we'll say from vertex. Oops. Other direction, please. From vertex. Up to body. And then pick that guy. And it deselected the vertex for some reason. There we go. Up to body. Cool. Now we can do our fancy fillets again. I think I want to keep surface. Is there a way to make that? I was kind of hoping it would drag it back there, but I guess it won't. So default it is. Then another fillet feature. 10 mils, looking good. Quick chamfer and tangential spots in the bottom, not bothering to fully select them so that I can tell when they break, because I don't need to. Looks good to me. Quick shell. 3 looks good. There we go. Now, I know for a fact that I have, I mean, minus the fillet radius, 75 mils of interface here, which might be just exactly what's needed. I don't know yet because I don't have dimensions for the hose that this is supposed to be fitting to. But yeah, that's a quick little fan duct. If you learned something, leave a comment, like, do all the rest of that. I'm just doing this for fun. Hopefully someone sees this and learns something. So, yeah. What happens if I make this bigger? It breaks. Oh, no, but it'll rebuild. Just for funsies, let's do sketch on the top plane. Oops. I want you to go to the origin, please. Exit that sketch, leave it shown. Then we'll do some live section planes. Ah, dang it. How do I make... I want a plane, if I could spell plane. With that... Oh hey, it's even in the right spot. Input is incomplete? What? Oh. It probably wants like some other plane to be perpendicular too. Top plane, please be perpendicular, sounds good. If I pick these both at the same time and say make a plane, will it do it? It will. Cool. I should probably be doing this with hotkeys, but that's not particularly important. Whoops, that's busted. Why'd that one get all busted? There we go. Another plane that makes sense. Top plane, reference geometry, yes please. And we'll quickly hide all those. And the sketch, and say live section plane, please. Yep. Live section plane. Yep. Just should be making that go a little quicker, but live section plane. Oh, hang on, that needs to be a little taller to capture the full depth. I wish it would show me... I can tell that that's where the section is. Kind of wish it would. Kind of wish it wouldn't show the planes, because the planes are annoying. Just quickly tweak that to tweak the position of my planes. Rebuild. Rebuild. Oh, I guess it just makes the live section planes and then doesn't move them around. That's kind of annoying. Oh well. Yep, okay, pop all that out. The other thing you can do is come from the right plane. Oh, don't reposition it all. But then sweep through. Ooh, actually, hang on. I think it's gone and done something funny where it's not rotating me about the origin. There we go. Origin, slow-growing cross-section. Sweet. Looks good to me. Yeah, if you're still watching, thanks for coming. Yeah. Have a nice morning, midday, afternoon, evening, night, all the rest.